Okay, hi guys. I'm here with CZM on the map Silenced, and we're going to run through and do a quick overview of the map, and then go on and talk more about it in depth. CZM was recently the victor of the Adwats duel competition on this map. So CZM, take it away with your little overview.
Sure. All right, so this is the map. I'll explain, since it's so new and a lot of people probably haven't seen it, I'll kind of explain where everything is the way I think of it. So this to me is the south pole of the map, where the red armor is. So this is the bottom, everything else is up there. There's a little teleporter down there that goes up there. It's a good way to get back up to this red armor. So the teleporter spits you up there. And then there's a rocket launcher over here with a jump pad there, a 50 health down there, a shotgun there. A lot of spawns in this room. This is collectively the red armor room. There are three ways to get out. There's a door down there, a little passage up there, and a door over here. This is kind of the middle of the map. This is the north side of the map. There's a yellow armor over here. A staircase. I'm facing south now. This is a railgun, yellow armor. And in the middle of the map, which I'll come to in a second. But again, just finishing off the north side, there's a rocket launcher, another 50 health, some 15 armor, and a teleporter. Alright, the middle of the map is, we got a mega health down there, a green armor right there, one other green armor up here, a plasma gun right there. This is the passage that leads out of the red armor room from the teleporter down below. And then finally a lightning gun down here, and I think a grenade launcher right there. Okay, so those are all like the major items. Now there are a lot of ways to get around the map. There's three doors that take you from the middle to the yellow area. One door right there, one door over there, and then one final door up there. There are also two pairs of teleporters connecting this middle area. So this is actually not a pair of teleport. This is just a one-way teleporter. This teleporter down here, again, this is the red armor facing north. This teleporter takes you up there, right where the green armor is. So it gives another way to get to the red armor room quickly from the bottom of the map. So you can go through here and then continue through this doorway and get to the red. This teleporter connects to the yellow armor part of the map. So you go through and you're facing the yellow armor. So right now I'm facing west, that's north. I can go back through this teleporter and appear in the middle of the map. So in summary, you got a red armor room with about 3 ways to get out. You got a yellow armor room with about 4 ways to get out. You get this middle part of the map, which is required to cross to get anywhere interesting. And you have a lot of teleporters down below. So that's basically the layout of the map. Now how's it actually played? Well, it's a lot like any other map. You try to have a weapon advantage and an armor advantage over your opponent, and then to force a fight where you can kill him without taking too much damage. And so how does that go about happening? Well, if you're the player in control, in practice in the games that I've played and seen so far, you're cycling the red armor, then you're coming out here, you already have a railgun, you might cycle the green armor, you'll rail anyone you see, you try to get good position on the center room, take as many greens as you can. Then everything else kind of depends upon context. If you're sufficiently strong, you can try to disrupt the other player from getting the yellow armor. If you just kill the other player, you can try to cut him off at the spawn. The common things that people like to do on the spawn are, well, they might spawn by this rocket launcher, they might try to jump over to the yellow and then go up. A well-timed teleporter through this, a well-timed teleport through this door and cut them off like that.
So what do you think about because a lot of the stuff that I've heard so far, people's concerns seem to revolve around the fact that they believe that it may be too difficult for the individual who's out of control, and that they will end up getting pinned in the yellow armor room without too many ways to deal with that. So what would you say to that situation?
Right, so let's say you're out of control. So what would be the kind of the worst case scenario? Maybe you get killed with the red armor in a fight where you don't do much damage to your opponent, and then he picks up the red armor, and you spawn right around here or something like that. So when you spawn, the first thing you have to worry about is him following you through the teleporter and railing you as you get the yellow, so you can spam some rockets back there. Before going up the pad, if you know that you're going to be safe, you can grab these 15 armor down here. That'll bring you up to 65. And now you have a railgun. And there's not a lot of extremely good ways to be attacked when you're in this general area right here. If they want to come from the top, and you know they're coming from the top, you can rocket spam them, you can jump down here, and now you're very safe and protected. If they want to attack you here, they have to drop down. That could be another 80 damage without much difficulty. You also can run towards the armor room. They'd have to circle around through this back hallway in order to get an angle on you. So already kind of the geometry of the map suits a player being defensive and running away when they don't have adequate stack. Okay, so now beyond that, let's say you finally can get to the middle of the room. Well, then it's kind of a game of keeping track of when the green armors are up, where your opponent is, and where you can be so that you don't take damage when you're giving it. So some good examples are if your opponent's in the red armor room and you know he wants to leave the lower exit, you can do some damage right here and then run away without taking too much. I think, in summary, the geometry of the map lets you do a lot of damage without returning it, or without giving your opponent an opportunity to return. And there are enough items on the map to keep you healthy and armored. If your opponent just does nothing but chase you, you can pick up these greens, you can escape through the teleporters. There are a lot of little kind of safe places you can back off to after you go through teleporters. And so in practice, I mean, the few times I played, the times I played this map, I've never had the feeling that I'm overwhelmingly out of control. It always kind of felt like I could crawl my way back into it if I just played every situation right.
So would you say that or are there any kind of problems with the map at the moment that you see in the games that you're playing, or is it still kind of up in the air as it's still so new?
Yeah, it seems pretty good to me. I don't see any major problems whatsoever.
What do you think about the well, something I noticed about this map is that it's actually quite rich with kind of map features. Like there's a very vertical sense, like in the mega room, and multiple levels, and it's got a lot of water and stuff like that, and the kind of death trap mega, which is always an interesting one. Do you have any thoughts on basically these designer choices?
So these are all features that I think make it a good map. When you have, so what I look for in a map is ability to use the geometry of the map to force fights from degenerating into pure melee, where it's just a matter of, like if every room on the map was just a little, corridor like this, and it all came down to, who could shoot better in a little room like that. That would not make for a very interesting map. It might make for a fun clan arena game or something. But yeah, I mean, like you say, like the mega trap. If you know your opponent is going to go for the mega, you can lay that trap there. So that rewards you for that extra little bit of experience.
Also, something I noticed was the nature of the teleporters, because on the kind of common maps that people play nowadays, like for example, let's take Aerowalk, the teleporters have it so that it's a two-way system, and so there's a lot of like crazy kind of teleporter dancing and antics and stuff. But on this map, only one teleporter I think is two-way. Do you have any thoughts on teleporters in general as far as a kind of gameplay mechanic goes?
I mean, this map, the teleporters in this map actually kind of reminded me a lot of the ones on Aerowalk. So this teleporter right here is kind of like the teleporter in Aerowalk that takes you up towards the yellow armor room that you could then, get there. Or alternatively, you can take that teleporter on Aerowalk up and you can kind of jump over the pit above the shotgun and then head towards the rear armor. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch, but it kind of has that feel. And then this teleporter is kind of the one that's it's different. It's kind of a combination of two teleporters in Aerowalk. So it can be used to cut opponents off. So if you know your opponent's escaping up there and heading towards the yellow, you can go through here and cut him off as he jumps. It's kind of like the teleporter in Aerowalk. It lets you jump around above the grenade launcher and drop down into yellow. Or you can use this teleporter kind of to escape or pop out and sneak into the red armor room. I mean, I think once the map develops a bit more, that's going to be kind of a common tactic. You're going to get a read on where your opponent is looking, and then you can rocket jump out after you delay them long enough, make a quick snag of the red armor, go back to the middle.
So do you have any thoughts on basically weapon balance on this map? Because of course, like the weapon balance will change from map to map depending on, open maps are going to basically make rail a little bit better and so on and so forth.
So I think it's a pretty conservative weapon layout. The plasma gun, I haven't seen anyone use very well yet, but having a rocket launcher on each side, I think is a good move. And then the Reven's in a good position. It's on kind of what appears to be the downside of the map, but I don't think it's particularly abusive. Some people have questioned having this rail ammo right here. I think it should just be left as is for now to see if it becomes overpowering. And then I like the way the shaft is positioned right here. It rewards a player who can read when his opponent's going to try to make a run for the shaft. So yeah, I think they balanced it well. They got a couple shotguns, I think, and I haven't seen grenades used very effectively on this map yet, but
Yeah, that's true. I think I've only seen them spammed into the Mega so far. That's about it. But yeah. So that seems like I think we've hit pretty much everything there as far as the kind of the basic overview goes. Should we jump into a game?
Yeah, why don't we watch the game now?
Cool. Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, I'll move my laptop up here.
Okay, hi guys, we're back, and here is the demo between CZM and Demon in the final of the Advanced Silence Cup. And here we go. Off the spawns, looks like you get the red, and you've got the rocket on this GA position.
Yeah, I got the red and rocket, and no gun yet. But he's letting me get the lighting gun, so that's good. So let's see, I don't have any sound, but it sounds like he teleported in, and I'm just trying to do a little damage without taking a rail. And we get the red coming up. So okay, yeah, he played this start much better than I did. So I was very sloppy with all the damage I took there. I think I take some rocket splash here when I go out. And I think I take another rocket in a second. Yeah. And so this doesn't bode well for me yet. So I think I said, okay, I probably could have all-ended on the Mega, but I might as well back off and wait till I get a railgun, and then hope that I can do a little bit more damage. Now here again, I try to push through, because I wanted to get better position on the red, but he does a lot of rocket damage to me. I'm actually surprised he didn't kill me there. I fell down. I feel like I should be dead by now, but well.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't really get what he should have out of that ambush. But he did get the red in control still, so it's looking okay for him. So you have to play on this back foot here.
Yeah. Okay, but I'm going to be able to get this other green. Oh, and he goes through the teleporter right when I thought he would, so yeah, he's down to 0 armor now. I probably have about 60 armor left. And so that leaves me in a decent spot. Okay, so right now what I'm doing is I'm trying to delay him a little bit at the red so that I have enough time to make it to the yellow without him rushing through the teleporter to try to like rail me as I go through. And he ends up almost railing me anyway. But he misses, so I'm okay still. Alright, so he goes for this top green. And that was a good read by him, so he knew that I'd be trying to sneak out or peek out of that little mid area. Yeah, so now I'm basically as screwed as I could be. So what am I doing here? I think I'm trying to do a lot of damage and not die. I don't really have a good plan here, I don't think. But I did pick up the Mega, and I guess he probably went into that fight with about 100 hit point advantage, but because I got the Mega, we're going to come up pretty even after I get the green armor up top there.
Yeah, it looked like an awkward engagement for Demon there, for sure.
Yeah, I think maybe he took a little bit more uncontested shaft damage in the middle than he needed to.
Okay, nice position on the red now, though.
Yeah, so there, I mean, he held out the rail for way longer than he should have, so I did about 120 points of uncontested damage. He did a lot of great rocket damage there, and I'm kind of trying to finish him off with a shotgun while taking a lot of damage in the process, but I mean, the situation has ended well for me, so I just railed him. So he's gonna have 0 armor, and I should be getting. I decided to back down and cut him off near the red rather than going for the other green. But anyway, I'm about to have 200 armor, and in the game, I'm presumably timing the Mega Health, so I'm looking good now.
Yeah, definitely.
So right here, I guess that he would try to sneak out to the Mega Health through the yellow armor room, and I think I hit him there. I don't have hit sounds here, or I can't hear your sounds, but I assume that worked. So there's a rocket jump that's good to learn to not mess up. All right, so I railed him. Yeah, I take a rail there. That was unnecessary. I probably didn't need to peek in between my shots there. Okay, I mean I'm in great shape. I mean he probably has almost no armor, and I have just about everything. All right, so now again, I mean, he tries the exact same trick of sneaking out through that exit to pounce on the Mega. He was probably gonna try to jump down on the Mega Health like the second it spawned through the little tunnel, and yeah, that's a great place to sneak to the Mega, but it's also a great place to catch people sneaking to the Mega. So right there, that's the situation where I caught him, and I think that's one of the features of this map that makes it nice. It rewards. You know, there are some good traps you can lay, but there are always ways to counter them. Okay, so now I'm not doing so well. I think I'm taking a lot more damage than maybe I need to.
Okay, so if I pause at this position where you're basically at the red with 100 health, no armor, and not many weapons to work with, what kind of options are we looking at here?
I feel like red should be coming up kind of soon, right? And I may have done enough damage to him to not need to retreat. So this I think is a good position to defend. You can get a lot of good rocket damage off on people when they try to enter through that doorway. They're right there. And if you're lucky, you'll even rocket them off, and they'll fall down, and they'll only take the jump pad back up to position themselves. So right here, I'm content to stay on this red, and yeah, I mean, if he pushed me really hard, I'd have to back off and play the greens and the yellows. But it'd be a game of guessing which way he'd try to attack me further. And if I guessed correctly, I'd probably be able to hit some rails in him and keep it even.
Definitely got to play it by ear then. So if we go back and timescale on it.
Sure.
You grab that red.
Okay.
And the Mega.
I'm looking okay now. And I'm even pushing for the yellow, so... And I'm rocket jumping up, hoping that he'd make a beeline for that green, but he doesn't.
Okay, so we pause again. What are Demon's options here? You've just taken the red and the Mega, and you've got like a nice weapon advantage. You've got every weapon you could hope for, and you've got some good position.
So I mean, it's not a good position for him. I think he should have either pushed me more in the red, or really tried to set himself up for the yellow. And there are a few ways he could have done that. He could have tried to delay me at the red a little bit longer. He could have even tried to go for the Mega Health, as far as I know. I don't remember the exact way the times were staggered. But now he just needs to stay away as long as he can. So.
And let's see if you catch him.
I feel like I'm going to try to rail him and miss, but... Nope, he goes for that. Oh, sorry, I'm wrong. I railed him twice. Yeah. So, I mean, that's kind of what you got to expect when he has no health.
So he drops down there. Doesn't really seem like a great idea. Maybe that he kind of gave that one away for no reason.
Now he says, "I just don't know what I should do." Oh, this is the final game. This is the second match in this grand final. So this is not, I think, the closer one that I think you were hoping for. But in any event, I'm looking good. I mean, I got all the armors. I'm picking up all the greens. I might have just railed him, I think, and he's got a yellow, but it's probably mostly worn off by now.
Looks like he's trying to damage you, but it doesn't seem like a good spot for him to use the shaft for damage.
It's gonna end well. And,
he does kind of confused there.
A little too low sensitivity, or just didn't know how I teleported in. See, I'm giving him the green, but the yellow, but
I like that rocket jump, by the way.
Greens. Sorry, what?
I like that rocket jump, by the way. As you came out through the GA teleporter, bam, straight up, like on top of yellow if you want to be. It's pretty nice, I have to say.
Yeah. I mean, the intent is to cut off someone who gets the yellow and then goes up the jump pad and tries to push for the second green. So that's a place I like to fight.
If this is the right demo, then he should be able to get like 2 frags now, I think. So.
No, this is the demo where he doesn't get any, I think, because there was a close start in this game. He had control for maybe 2 minutes or so.
Oh well, no biggie.
Whereas See, at this point, I mean, I almost don't even know what to do because I have so much control. I feel like I should be spending it more. So I think he's playing really defensively. I'm just trying to find out where he is. I'm seeing objects on the map like green pipes and confusing them with him. And now I cut him out or catch him out and
That's a good point, actually. It reminds me, because I remember Rafa talking about how he, depending on the map, he switches up his enemy model colors.
oh really?
Yeah, so green maps like toxicity or whatever, he'll change the colors away from a green dude.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Might be a consideration for this one too.
I think now that I finally realized what are all of the extremely bright green objects on the map, I know it a little bit better. All right, so he seems maybe not in the game anymore.
Yeah, it's quite tough, it seems, when you have so little experience on the map and you don't know how to play this position against someone who can run the control.
Yeah.
But either way, though, this map does seem pretty promising. What do you think that people are basically doing wrong right now? Like, in all the games you've played, you haven't played a massive amount of players on it
No.
who are experienced, but what
Let's
do
see.
you envisage perfect
I
game
feel like
looking
I feel
like?
like it emphasizes the same fundamentals as most maps do, and it borrows a lot from a lot of the existing maps. Like just well, when you're out of control, you don't force fights that are bad, and you try to run away and rail, and just understand what's going on with your opponent and think about more than one fight at a time. Nothing terribly exceptional.
I remember
Just,
some players were comparing this map to DM6 in some senses because obviously you have the Mega, the Red, and the Yellow, and that's kind of it for major armors, although you do have some greens scattered around.
I think the greens and the geometry of the map make it a little bit different. Like, okay, alright, that position he was in right there, you know, is not a bad one for defending from someone exiting the red armor. Also, I think when you there are several since the lightning gun is pretty easily available in the map. You can do some things like you can if you have even a little bit of armor, you can prevent the guy from jumping to red without eating a lot of shaft. Or at the very least, you can delay him a little bit. So I think there are enough places on the map where you can delay someone that you can get the item sync. You can get the item route unsynced, and unlike DM6, you can DM6 is kind of all open.
Yeah, for sure. Rail is by far the weapon of choice for on DM6 for getting control back, or to at least chip away the guy enough so that you can take a confrontation. It does seem like there's a lot of ways, because of the way the teleporters are, and there's a lot of escape options and stuff. Like you have more options as the guy out of control. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, do you have any closing thoughts? Anything, maybe a message to the mappers, or just anything at all really about the map?
Oh, it's a good map. I've liked playing it so far. I like how it borrows a lot from so many maps. I mentioned a few ways the teleporters kind of, well, at least feel like they borrow a bit from some like maps like Aerowalk. The structure of the armors borrows a bit like it's kind of similar to ZTN, where you have a red armor that's you have to jump to that's a bit vulnerable. You have a mega health that's kind of down below that you have to jump down to get. The green armors are kind of a bit like the yellow armors in ZTN. Maybe the green armors together with the yellow armor, in the sense that if you're out of control, you want to get at least one of them and prevent your opponent from getting both. And the geometry of the map is such that you often can prevent them from doing so. So, yeah, it's cool.
Cool stuff. Any shout outs or anything you want to say besides stuff about silence?
Well, thanks, I guess, to Twister. I think he was the one who initiated the tournament. We got to see, that helped us test it a little bit more. Thanks to City for making it, and yeah, look forward to playing it some more, and also playing that other new duel map. I haven't gotten the chance to play that yet, but
Oh yeah, maybe we can play that after this. All right, so thanks for spending the time basically explaining Silence for all the viewers and to me, and hopefully we'll see you playing it some more in some tournaments. Everyone keep an eye out for Silence games as they're very interesting, I think, and it's worth learning the map and it's a lot of fun. So I will see you guys later. That's enough from me and CZN for now.
Right.